All right, today I am making something called Cacciucco. It's a Italian kind of seafood soup thing. I got all my ingredients prepped ahead of time, which is the best way to do that. This is parsley and sage, garlic, red pepper flakes, calamari, octopus, tomato paste, using some white wine and some tomatoes. This is a seafood stock that I made last week with some old shrimp shells and lobster shells that I had in the freezer. And then we got some red snapper and some mussels from PEI. So that's Prince Edward Island. I'm gonna use some olive oil and salt and pepper, of course, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, I have been heating up the oil about medium heat, and I think it's ready, although I am often impatient and therefore often wrong. So we'll see. This is the parsley and the sage and the garlic and the red pepper flakes going in right now, and it is ready. So, okay. I'm going to cook that just for about a minute till it gets fragrant. And we'll see how this goes. Put the octopus in already because it's a little thicker than the calamari, so it's going to need to cook a little longer. But I'm going to add the calamari now. So we've got the calamari and the octopus and parsley, sage, garlic, red pepper flakes, and olive oil. So I'm going to cook that for a few more minutes and see where that goes. And by the way, I was for once patient enough, but also for once not smart because the fucking oil was too hot and I probably burned some of the garlic. And that is the problem with having no sense of time. All right, here we go. Oh, hi. Hello. This just smells ridiculously good. I just want to eat it right now. I don't know what to do. Okay, this has been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes now. I'm going to add some tomato paste in there just to get some flavor. You know, if you want to stop things like this from sticking to your measurers, you can just put a little olive oil or spray some Pam on there or something before you put the stuff in, and it should just, well, except in this case where it's not coming out. Well, it mostly came out. Right. So I got some tomato paste in there. I'm just going to cook it until it kind of darkens for a little bit and just get some base before we put the tomatoes in, some of the other stuff. Alright, so far we've got tomato paste and calamari, octopus, garlic, sage, parsley, I think, and I can't remember, red pepper flakes. And just going to cook that for a little while here. Alright, that's gotten darker for sure, so we're going to add some white wine in there now. This is a Moscafalero. It's a Greek wine from 2013. It's it's delicious. Just put a cup of that in here. I'm going to cook for a little while, 20 minutes or so, however long it takes to kind of evaporate most of that. Just leave us with the flavors from the wine and none of the liquids. All right, back in a bit. As you can see, that is nicely bubbling now, so it will evaporate eventually. As you can see, liquid's mostly evaporated out there. We've just got a real concentrated sort of sauce at the bottom now. So I'm going to add the tomatoes and the juice that comes with them. Got a little bit more left in here. Just throw that in there. It's just some diced tomatoes. And that's going to cook for a little while. I don't know, maybe about 10 minutes or so. So the flavors kind of mix up a little bit. So this is cooking. It's just, let's see. Hi. That's ridiculously good. I'm going to add in a cup of this seafood stock I made last week. Just water and shrimp shells and lobster shells, onions, garlic. Stir that stock into it, and then cover it. Just cook it for about 10 minutes with the cover on. Done. Lower the heat a little bit because it's a little too hot. Okay, I'm gonna take the cover off that. Just give it a quick stir, and now we're gonna add the rest of the seafood. I forgot to mention there was shrimp before, but that's the shrimp. Just about 8 ounces. Could be more. I think that's all I'm using today. Shrimp and some red snapper. Get in there. And once you put the red snapper in, you want to be really careful because the fish is going to cook and you're going to break it up if you stir anymore after this. And then just on the top, I'm going to scatter all the mussels. I got this recipe, I think, from Saveur magazine. I was looking through that online. I was looking for how to cook gumbo, actually. Now I'm going to put the top on and just give it another 10 minutes or so. I'm going to give it a little more heat now. And we'll see. All right, so let's take the top off and see what's going on underneath there. The mussels have opened up now. That's delicious. The broth's good. Let's see, the fish is kind of flaky. Yeah, that's all good. Get some bread maybe. Crusty bread would be very good with this, I would imagine. So it's going to come out like that. All our various seafoods in there. Nice. All right, and that's Cacciucco, which I've never made before, but I can't say that anymore. All right. Thank you for listening and watching.